bad time to get lost, friend.
Come on.
God, no! God!
Your time is at its end.
How can I be of service? What can I do for you, friend? Yes? Rabble. Can I help you with something? Let me know if there's anything else you need. Death is but the time to sleep forever.
What do you need? Well.
Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax. For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter? All right, calm down. No need for that. I'll let you in right away. Just need to get the gate unlocked. Welcome to Riften. The gate's unlocked. You can head inside when you're ready.
I had another run-in with the Thieves Guild.
Be careful, Mule. The Thieves Guild has Maven Blackbriar at its back. One snap of her fingers and you could end up in Riften jail. Or worse.
They represent the reason I'm here. I can't just ignore them, Eren.
I know. I just don't want you to leave. You're the only good thing that's happened to this city in a long time.
You're a stranger here too, huh? Well met, friend. You're a stranger here too, am I right? To call it a guild is ridiculous. How can people who would betray one another over a gold coin be considered part of an association? They're the worst kind. Even the Dark Brotherhood abides by a strict set of rules and tradition. These thieves are just rabble. What do you think? You know, I'm beginning to respect you. Other than Eren, you seem to be the only other person I've met I might be able to trust. Since we share the same opinion of them, let me warn you that they're recruiting others to join their guild, and you should be cautious. Of course. If it's a bed you need, talk to Kirava in the B&B bar. She'll set you right. Maven Blackbriar, the matriarch of the family, represents everything that's wrong with this city. She's bribed countless officials, has friends back in the Imperial City, and freely associates with the Thieves Guild. I've tried everything I can to protect Riften's citizens from her family, but to no avail. Well, there is Ingun Blackbriar, Maven's daughter. Strange girl. She likes to spend time down in Elgrim's elixirs working on her alchemy. Then you have Hemming, Maven's son. Spoiled brat and heir to her empire. He follows her word like a loyal dog follows its master. And finally, Sibi, the worst of all of them. He's in Riften jail for murder. I've been adventuring across Tamriel since I was a fresh-faced young woman barely able to swing a blade. My travels have taken me from High Rock to Valenwood, Elsewhere to Morrowind, and all points in between. Many years ago I lost my blade, Grimsever, within a Dwemer ruin. I took it as a sign that I was wasting my days in search of wealth. You and I are alike. We seek challenge and great fortune. But for me, that's where the similarities end. You see, Riften is my great beast to be slain, and my fortune comes from gratitude and trust. It's been difficult. I've taken the burdens of this city's problems upon myself, and I keep running into impossible obstacles. Corruption, lies, and deceit are the order of the day here. If it wasn't for Aaron, the young man who saved my life, I think I'd already have given up long ago. It was Aaron who found me dying outside of a Dwemer ruin. If he hadn't brought me here and nursed me back to health, I would have died. When my strength returned and he told me about the problems plaguing Riften, I decided fate brought me here for a reason, so I stayed. You're too kind. Thank you. Well met, friend. How can I help you? Safe travels.
Perhaps there's a way I can help. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
I don't know you. You and Riften looking for trouble? Don't say something you'll regret. Last thing the Blackbriars need is some loudmouth trying to meddle in their affairs. The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket, and the Thieves Guild watching their back, so keep your nose out of their business. Me? I'm Maul. I watch the streets for them. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you. All right. Let's not get too hasty now. So what do you want to know? Do I look like a merchant to you? You're gonna have to take that up with Vex in the Thieves Guild. Get in good with them and you'll find her. The only thing I heard is a rumor that a boy named Aventus Aretino in Windhelm has been attempting to contact the Dark Brotherhood. He used to live here in Riften at the orphanage on the other side of town, but I think he ran away. Can't say I blame him. Well, you got Maven. She pretty much runs the whole operation. She's got friends in high places, if you know what I mean. She's also got ties to the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild, so basically no one can touch her. Just remember, if she tells you to do something, you damn well better do exactly what she says. You kidding? My brother Dirge works in their hideout. I used to run with them myself, but took a job with Maven after they started hitting a rough patch. If you want to get in on that action, find Brynjolf in the marketplace. I'm sure he could use someone like you. To be honest, I doubt someone would be stupid enough to make an attempt on Maven's life. But my blade is sharp, and as long as she continues to keep me at her side, she can count on my blade to protect her. Hey, if the Empire and the Stormcloaks want to kill each other over some foolish cause, I say let them. All I care about is two things: watching Maven's back and counting the gold she pays me to do it. Be seeing you around.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back on time and for double the usual fee.
I know I did. But how was I to know the shipment would get robbed?
Next time, keep your plans quieter, and nothing would have happened to it.
What? Are you telling me you robbed it? Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Look, Shadra, last warning. Pay up or else. All I care about is the gold. Everything else is your problem. Yeah? What's your problem? Sorry. I'm afraid I don't know anything. Sure, I might have some dirt in my past, but that's just ancient history. All right, then.
Huh? What do you want? Yes. Hofgrir took me in when I arrived in Riften about a year ago. He's been teaching me everything he knows. Horses are my whole life. Back in Hammerfell, I helped my family raise horses at our farm. I hope to open my own stables one day, but I think it's going to take a lot longer than I expected. I owe a great deal of money to someone, and I think they cheated me. I don't know what to do. I was able to work out a deal with the stables in Whiterun to sell me some of their tack and harnesses. I borrowed some gold from Sapphire to pay for the shipment, but it got robbed before it even arrived. Now Sapphire wants her money back, and if I don't pay her, I think she's going to kill me. You will? Oh, thank you. Horses are all I know. I've been riding since I could walk. If the forest wasn't so dangerous, I'd spend every spare moment riding. Be careful with Sapphire. She mixes with all sorts of nasty people.
Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you're carrying, eh, lad? I'm saying you've got the coin, but you didn't earn a septim of it honestly. I can tell. Oh, but that's where you're wrong, lad. Wealth is my business. Maybe you'd like a taste. I've got a bit of an errand to perform, but I need an extra pair of hands. And in my line of work, extra hands are well paid. Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under his stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing. There's someone that wants to see him put out of business permanently. That's all you need to know. Now, you tell me when you're ready, and we'll get started. Do you want me to hold your hand as well? You're going to have to sneak over to Medesi's stall and use your lockpick on the strongbox. Then, when you have the ring, you pickpocket Branche and leave it behind. We've been contracted to make sure Branche remembers not to meddle in affairs that aren't his own. Now, since we're not the Dark Brotherhood, we're not going to kill him. We're just going to make sure he sits in the prisons for a few days. Good. Wait until I start the distraction, then show me what you're made of.
Everyone, gather round. I have something amazing to show you that demands your attention. Gather round, all. This way, everyone. Over here. You need to hear this. You need to hear this. No pushing, no shoving. Plenty of room. No pushing, no shoving. Plenty of room. You need to hear this. No pushing, no shoving. Plenty of room. No pushing, no shoving. Plenty of room. You need to hear this. You need to hear this.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Gather round, all. No pushing, no shoving. Plenty of room. No pushing, no shoving. Plenty of room.
Looks like I chose the right person for the job. And here you go. Your payment. Just as I promised. The way things have been going around here, It's a relief that our plan went off without a hitch. Nah, my organization's been having a run of bad luck. But I suppose that's just how it goes. But never mind that. You did the job, and you did it well. Best of all, there's more where that came from. If you think you can handle it. All right then. Let's put that to the test. The group I represent has its home in the Ratway beneath Riften, a tavern called the Ragged Flagon. Get there in one piece, and we'll see if you've really got what it takes.
Need something?
How can I be of service? It can't be helped. Mm-hmm.
Have what? What in blazes are you talking about?
Don't play.
Yes?
I said turn out your pockets. Now!
I'm telling you, I don't... Wait, what's this ring? This isn't mine.
That's right, it isn't yours. You're under arrest, Branchet.
This is insane. I didn't steal anything. I never saw this ring before in my entire life.
We can do this one of two ways. You can walk up with me to the keep, or I can drag your lifeless body. Your choice.
But I... Very well.
Buying and selling fine jewelry here. Jewelry with legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
How can I be of service?
Beautiful baubles and gleaming gemstones over here.
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
Yes? Greetings, traveler. My name is Jade. I offer you Mara's blessing, that her light may guide you on the... Ugh. Who am I kidding? You'll end up like all the rest. Oh, you must be new to Riften. Well, if you're looking for marital guidance, I suggest you speak to Maramal or Dinya. I can't seem to get a single soul into Mara's embrace. I think I'm cursed. Not this kind. This isn't some witch's hex. If anything, I'm the hag responsible for it, and I don't want you killing me. How sweet. In fact, I think you just gave me a toothache. Meaning, you're not really helping. Is it that obvious? I suppose the name's a dead giveaway, too. Well, it's not exactly a secret around here, so I might as well tell you. I used to be a member of the Thieves Guild. I know the difference between luck and curses. Bad luck is rain at a picnic, ataxia on your first date. Bad luck can throw love off course, but it can't capsize a ship the way a curse can. Well, take Aaron, for instance. A dashing man saves the life of a beautiful warrior in a story fit for the tales. Not only that, but he gets her to move in with him. At this point, The wedding's just a formality. Well, the first mistake was he asked for my counsel. His second mistake was following it. Literally. When I said don't leave her side, I didn't mean her backside. A man has to lead. Somehow the poor soul managed to gain her confidence, her trust, her friendship, but not her love. I'm not sure I follow. Oh, you mean... No. Really? We're talking about Khajiit, right? Well, there's Sviti. She sought Mara's blessing to guide her marriage with Sibi. Even I saw that one coming. Although not the murder part. Then there's Svana, who suffers from the same disease that Sviti did. She also wants Mara's blessing. Why can't Sibi's lovers go to Brielle for once? Tell that to Sodrin. He still blames me for ruining his chances with Helga, as if that weren't his own fault. Helga likes big, strong men. As for Sodrin, well, the other day I think I hurt my shoulder just looking at him. I know. Sodrin blames me too for ruining his chances with Helga. Although I'm not sure his intentions are completely honorable. I don't think a person in love would keep commenting on the generousness of Mara's bosom. Although, to be frank, it is quite large. Unseemly so. Okay. Well, I didn't really have much use for my old name, so when I met Sapphire, I decided to change my name too. Green eyes, Jade. It doesn't take a college mage to figure out that gems make pretty names for girls. That's how most people in Riften know me. Dinya suggests that I drop the name as a symbolic gesture, but I feel like that would be running away from who I was, and what I've done. Do you want the short answer or the long one? Following those peals of laughter. That was the thing. When I found them, I thought they'd let me join in, but they wanted nothing to do with me. Does it matter? All it was another rejection. When I was a child, my parents would lock me in the library and make me study. That was the extent of their parenting. But I'd always find a way out. Sometimes the books even helped. The most expensive ones money could buy. Again, parenting with money. But I learned every lock, even the dwarven ones, has a weakness. After a while, not only could I exit the library, but enter the armory. And when I was ready, escape the city entirely. They had me pick locks. I was good at that, but bad at dealing with the consequences. Well, I didn't want to steal from people, but I also didn't want to betray my new friends. So at first, I'd do the job and leave the mark a bit of gold. But a lot of these items were sentimental. They meant something. I could tell. Just by looking at their faces the next day. That hurt more than anything. One day, Vex asked me to do a heist job at the Temple of Mara. She didn't tell me what it was I was stealing, just that it was valuable. That night, Dinya and Marimal were at the Bee and Barb, preaching to the patrons. Brielle was showing the temple to a young couple. I stole away into the back, where the living quarters are, if you could call them that. These were not people of wealth. The items Vex wanted weren't even in a strong box. They were on a dresser, right next to a bouquet of flowers. They were wedding rings. When I realized that's what Vex wanted, my heart stopped. I couldn't do it. It seemed wrong. I quit, right then and there. I threw off my hood, cursed Vex, and turned around. That's when I saw Dinya, standing in the doorway. And she did what she always does. What I always needed, but never got from my mother. She hugged me, and I knew then I'd found a home. I suppose anything is better than handing out Dinya's letters. All right, if you need me, I'll follow. You don't go anywhere dangerous, do you? The candle that burns twice as bright makes it that much harder to steal. Sorry, that's a really bad guild joke. Made Dirge laugh once, though. Mara protect you.
Lady Mara bids you welcome to her benevolence. Pleased to meet you. Lady Mara bids you welcome to her benevolence. What can I help you with, my child? We are devoted to the goddess Mara, who gave mortals the gift of love, that they might have a hint of eternity. Her blessings are many. To love is to know the true nature of the gods. Not all can hear the broad echoes of deepest dawn. To receive the touch of Mara, you must first act as her hands in the world. Explore the facets of the infinite jewel. Are you prepared, then, to help bring the light across this land? The dawn surely opens upon you, child. You must bear its light that all may see. Mara has reflected an image to me. At the foot of the throat and the young woman, almost a girl. Her fickle love must resolve itself. The village of Iverstead. The woman, Fastred. This is the prayer heard by the goddess and relayed to her servants. Return when she has seen her path. I will entreat Mara on your behalf.
Welcome to the Temple of Mara.
What can I do for you, friend? I can't be helped. Let me know if you need anything.
Take my advice. Don't listen to that talk of the face sculptor down in the Ragged Flagon. Face Butcher is more like it from what I've heard. Hardlack White Mane has been laid to rest, I know. May his soul live forever in the halls of Sovngarde. You here to see the Jarl? Did you have some sort of official business here?
It killed several soldiers before it departed.
Indeed. There have been multiple attempts on the Jarl's life. We're not certain if it's the Dark Brotherhood or simply Imperial sympathizers. We've also had run-ins with spies attempting to probe our security for weaknesses. I work with the city guard to make certain they fail. At the end of the day, I'm the last line of defense for the Jarl. I will not allow her to fall. Ulfric's a bloody hero. I don't think there's a worthy Nord alive who dare argue the point. He's taking the Empire to task and making them answer for their crimes. I don't think I'll be content until Ulfric sits upon the throne of Skyrim with the ashes of the Concordat at his feet. As Jarl Leila's housecarl, I'd request that when speaking to Jarl Leila, you show the proper respect. Be sure to maintain respectable distance from her at all times. And remember, I'm keeping my eye on you. Keep yourself out of trouble. Liars and bastards. Every one of them. I'd have their heads on a pike if it wasn't for the war effort. All I need is a dozen men, and we could march into the Ratway and burn them out like rodents. Stormcloaks won't have it, though. Too busy keeping the Imperial forces at bay. Everyone knows the Thieves Guild uses the old sewer system beneath Riften as their hideout. I'd go down there myself, but that would leave Jarl Leila unprotected. The Vines watch over you.
Need something?
Welcome to Riften, traveler. I hope the road fared well for you. What can I do for you? Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward. While I feel Ulfric's cause is just, my concern is for the people of the Rift. How can they continue to lead their already meager lives with dark clouds looming overhead? My heart goes out to them. If only our coffers were deeper, I could protect them as they were my own family. With the Stormcloaks at his back, Ulfric's poised to rid Skyrim of the Empire's forces and invalidate our involvement with the White Gold Concordat. Many have died taking up arms for this cause. I fear that the land will be stained with blood for years to come. Surely you're aware of the Great War between the Imperials and the Elves who called themselves the Aldmeri Dominion? When the smoke cleared, the White Gold Concordat was signed. It was supposedly a treaty aimed at establishing peace within the Empire. One of the terms of the treaty was the outlawing of worship to Talos. To the Stormcloaks, this was viewed as the moment when the Empire became unworthy of the allegiance of any true Nord. Is that so? Well, it's good that you brought this to my attention. Anuriel seems to think that seeing me on the streets might bolster the city's morale. Very well. I'll have Unmid prepare an escort soon. It's time to travel about the city. Very well. What would you like to know? Miol has become champion of our hold, helping people with their difficulties and providing assistance for their needs. Riften wouldn't be the same without her. We're all eager to see them brought to justice. Maven Blackbriar has assured me that they're being dealt with appropriately. As one of our city's most influential citizens, she's taken it upon herself to oversee their incarceration. Sadly, they're proving elusive, but I have confidence that Maven won't give up until this city has been rid of them all. Good journey to you.
Welcome to Mistvale Keep. I'm Jarl Leila's steward, Anuriel. Welcome to Mistvale Keep. I'm Jarl Leila's steward, Anuriel. You're welcome in Riften, as long as you continue to obey our laws. If there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask. As steward, I serve as an intermediary between the Jarl and her subjects. I also handle the less important and day-to-day policies that affect daily life in Riften. Lately, I've had my hands full suppressing these ridiculous accusations of corruption in the Keep. There are those that believe the Jarl does nothing for this city, that it's corrupt and run by the Blackbriar family. I can assure you that this is entirely false. We are fully in control of everything. Maven Blackbriar is the owner of the largest and most profitable business in all Skyrim, the Blackbriar Meadery. We're pleased to have her in Riften. She brings stability, opportunities for employment, and strategic value to our city. Nah, I don't think so. I believe it to be a falsehood perpetrated by the Empire in order to generate mistrust between the Jarl and her subjects. Don't worry. We are fully in control of everything. I'd hardly call them a guild. More like unorganized rabble. In fact, I wouldn't say they were a threat at all. No, our resources should be spent on preparations for invasion. You're welcome in Riften, as long as you continue to obey our laws.
I get that I can be a bit manic, but if I settle down, then so will the dust. Hey, what do you think you're doing dragging those muddy boots in here? This is the Jarl's keep for Debella's sake. Oh no, and an adventurer of all things. You're not diseased, are you? By the gods, I just got over that case of ataxia, and now this. Maybe you can't see it, but there's all kinds of dust and dirt floating around your body. Or maybe you're a mage like Melandra and you just make all the dirt invisible and I don't see it right away. Oh gods, what if you've already infected me? My wrists. I think I have hell joint. Or rot limb. Why would you do that? What is wrong with you? What if you've given everyone here Chanthrax? Oh no. I think I'm coming down with a fever. I think I need to lie down. Oh no. That's just what a Draugr would do. What's happening to me? A priest. I need a priest. How many hours is it until midnight? I don't know if I can wait that long. I'm dead, I see. The Jarl's maid. If you want to talk to someone important, try the steward. I just set the table and sweep the floors. I don't even live here. Normally maids sleep in the servants' quarters, but I usually stay at the Temple of Mara. I won't sleep on a bed of any kind. They're a perfect hiding place for a hive of yellow ticks. It's her crazy experiments. I can't go near her counter without catching something or other. And the way she hoards things and then just leaves them out for days. I just don't understand it. Why does a Jarl even need a court wizard? Mages can't be trusted. You ever read about the Thracian plague? It was created by a Slode, but I bet my life he was also a mage. You're a warlock? Can you tell me what Melandra is up to is in your line of work? Truth is, I can't make heads or tails of it. Oh gods, what if that's a sign of serpiginous dementia? My skin, does it look scaly to you? My arms look smooth, but what if that's one of the symptoms? I need to ask Ingun. It's not paranoia. I was bedridden for the last 3 weeks with ataxia. My employer, I mean the Jarl, was very angry. There was so much dust. Before that, it was the rattles. I got too close to one of Valandria's jars and inhaled some kind of spore. Before I got the rattles, it was rock joint, and before that, it was collywobbles. In the brief time I've been maid at Mistveiled Keep, I've gotten Dampworm and the Droops, Witbane and Witherfoot. I've survived this long through perseverance, not paranoia. I dust the floors and wipe the tables, wash the dishes and change the linens. I make sure to clean every nook, cranny, crack, and corner of this place, and sometimes it's still not enough. Son of a mud crab, are you joking? A little dirt never hurt anyone? Tell that to everyone who died in the Crimson Plague. All it takes is one rat in a crowded area to infect an entire city. One little spore flying up your nose. That's the really frightening part. Ingun Blackbriar told me we eat and breathe poisons every day. Same things that give us life could kill us. By Izmir's beard, that's the scariest sodding thing I've ever heard. If what she says is true, then every meal, every breath is like gambling with your life. I wish I could cook all my food in a stew of cure disease potions, but I can't afford the ingredients. It depends. The dust tends to gather around the corners, and that's easy to sweep up. The court likes to feast, but nobility generally keeps the dining area clean. Thankfully, my duties don't extend to the barracks. The rug is a different story. It's not as easy to spot dust and dirt, and even harder to get out stains. Willandria offered to make some sort of liquid soap concoction out of goat fat and lavender, but thankfully she forgot about it. Of course, that's part of the problem. That wizard is always forgetting about her experiments. It's almost like she gets halfway done and then it turns into something else. I have no idea what is and isn't trash, but the flies sure do. They'll find a rotting piece of meat and lay their eggs. And come dawn, the keep will be riddled with maggots inching their way across the floor. But I bathe in Lake Honridge twice a day. Are you saying the entire lake is polluted? Izmir's beard, the entire city could be infected. I better tell Maven, the Jarl. Thank you. Finally, someone who's sympathetic. But it's not just the messes. You can't see disease. You can't touch it. It's just there. It'd be a lot easier to avoid it if it crawled around on 8 legs like a spider. Although I'd probably have a lot more nightmares. Okay, just be quick. I think my nose is starting to run, and I'd rather not wipe it on my hands. Goodbye.
Out of my way. The son of the Jarl has no time for idle conversation. I presume you have something important to say? If this isn't about official city business, you're wasting my time. Fine. Make it quick. The son of the Jarl has no time for idle conversation with travelers. If you must know, I was practicing in the yard when the guard I was sparring with fainted when I specifically told him to duck. My blade bit right into the stonework next to the keep and needed serious repairs. Thankfully, our smith Balamond works wonders. In fact, if you'd fetch my blade from him, I'd be most appreciative. Thank you. Do hurry, please. Every day, the threat of exile from Riften draws closer for myself and my family. Who knows how many spies the Empire has sent into our midst already? We're at war. This isn't the time for hospitality. Thank goodness Mother is keeping a level head about everything. If my brother Saerlund had his way, we'd be flying Imperial colors by now. Can you believe that fool had the audacity to speak of his love for the Empire in the plaza? He expects us to drop our defenses and greet them with open arms, to dialogue with them rather than defend our homeland by spilling their blood. He's a traitor, plain and simple. Had I been sitting on the throne, he'd be hanging from the gallows for his sympathies toward the Empire. Now, if you'll excuse me,